I'm Keith Wailoo, and I'm looking forward to this year's annual meeting of the American Association for the History of Medicine in Saratoga Springs for a number of reasons. It culminates my time as the AAHM president, and I will have the pleasure of presenting this year's presidential address, which will be some new work, while reflecting also on the state of the history of medicine as a field. My talk is titled Unnecessary Sleep: Opium, the Trial of Anne, and the Therapeutic Dilemma of Slavery. The story revolves around the death of an infant, the child of plantation owners, in one room of this 19th century house, which has now been restored, located on a small slave plantation in the central Tennessee town of Franklin, 20 miles to the south of Nashville. Set in 1849, the story revolves around an accusation of murder and the trial of an enslaved 16-year-old girl who served as a nurse to an infant in this household. The girl was accused by the infant's mother of poisoning the child with laudanum. Now, historians of medicine will know laudanum well as an opium concoction that was vital in the midst of a cholera epidemic then sweeping the region, but also deadly medicine. My talk reflects on the events of that day: the murder charge, the trial, the testimony, the legal arguments, the broader debates about medical care and the legal tensions over enslaved people as caregivers, and the eventual judgment about the fate of the enslaved girl. I'm writing a book about this case, which examines this dramatic and tragic episode and the broader context in which it was situated, the legal, social, and medical accusations of this decade leading up to the American Civil War. In many ways, the case is an allegory about the tangled and fraught social relations of slavery in that decade. But it's also a surprising story about the intersections of law and medicine, involving the social and legal debates about slave knowledge. And as I suggest in the subtitle, the trial and the verdict is also a story of the therapeutic dilemma at the heart of the social order of slavery and the slavocracy. I look forward to seeing friends and colleagues at this year's meeting, which will be the first in-person annual meeting of the American Association for the History of Medicine since 2019. I particularly look forward to talking about this project to those in attendance. I hope to see you there.